guys, I'm Rachel O'Leary and I'm here with the co-owners of Go Wild Peru, Michael Barber and Ian Fuller, and we're going to talk a little bit about what to expect from a collecting trip, what to prepare, and just some general information. So guys, tell me about your company. How did it start and when did it start?
It started as a result of a trip that I took in 2014. A trip with Michael and another guy, another friend of ours from Germany. I was asked to go on this trip as the curry expert, the name to try and pull more people in. The trip itself wasn't bad. First week was pretty good, and then after that it went slowly downhill, but that's another story. The big item for me and what upset me, the fish we collected, nobody got any fish back home.
Oh, that's criminal.
Yeah, it was criminal. And I opened my mouth to somebody, I can't remember, back home after that, because this is what I do. I can do better than that. And then somebody there back home says, well, do it. And then talking with Michael, I said, this is what I'm thinking, you want to come along and let's do something decent for folks. We're not in it, initially I was not planning to try and make a fortune or anything like that. I want to get out, collect fish and bring some back for me, and I want people to come out with us, have a good time, collect fish, and we will guarantee that's our main priority.
You will get the fish home to people.
You'll catch it, if you don't want it, you leave it in the river. You catch and keep what you want, and then we can sort of permits out to do all that kind of stuff.
And we have successfully shipped fish without problems to the United States.
Fabulous.
And we right now have a shipment going to Europe.
Awesome. So to clarify, this is a collection trip. This is where you get to go out into the waterways, into the area, and pick your own fish. Look for the fish that you want to find. This is not an exporting business to make money off hobbyists.
It's you don't get to pick your own fish. You have to dip a net in the water and catch your own fish.
Yeah, you're not in a store. You don't say, I want that one, that
right.
one, that one. You got to get in from up to here or even up to here and look and find the fish, and then
So on that note, what sort of equipment would a person have to pack for one of these?
Change your clothes.
Change your clothes. I saw on your guys' website, which is gowildperu.com, that you do have sens, you do have dip nets, you have a pretty nice facility for housing the fish there.
Yes.
Do people have to worry about bringing things like breathable bags, or you guys take care of everything getting the fish back?
If you want breather bags, because of the expense of breather bags, we would say bring your own, but we have, okay. Yeah. We call them different in here, we just call them poly bags, fish bags, different grades, but we can provide bags.
And actually a 2 mil or a 3 mil bag is also a breather bag.
It's also a breather bag.
Okay.
and I often demonstrate when people come down there, we put a fish in a poly bag and seal it with no air, and 2 weeks later the fish is still alive. It's been respirating back and forth between the plastic.
Great.
The first trip down there, we went down in June 2015 for 3 weeks. And the first week was good for me, very good for me, because we ate very well and I lost a stone of weight. I lost 14 pounds in that first week, just working.
From the exercise?
We completely rebuilt the fish room. It was just a gravel-based covered yard, really.
Right.
And the tanks were on rotting timbers and collapsing. We got 36 6-foot tank, 18 6-foot for 2-foot tanks in there.
Fantastic.
And I had to repair 6 of them. They're all fully functional, and the whole place is
We
nice
put in a brand new kitchen. We put in a hot water heater so you can take a warm shower.
That's the other thing. This when you go down there, you'll stay in accommodation. So it's a multiple bedroom place with indoor shower for warm showers and outdoor showers for cleaning off after collecting. There's a quarantine room. There's the display room to house your fish until you're ready to go home. They have a housekeeper that keeps everything clean. There's food on the premises. You know, it's a really good deal. What does one of these trips cost?
1 week is just under $1,500, 2 weeks under $2,500, and that's 14 nights and 15 days. And it costs less than about $1,000 to go down there. I fly down often for the $700 price range from Washington, D.C.
It's cheaper than Disney
Cheaper than Disney.
and more fun.
Cheaper than collecting in Florida even.
Yeah.
It's probably the second most biodiverse regions in South America. But it's not only fish. The people, birding people, reptile people, I don't know the number of species, but
Plants?
there's over
Orchids.
1,000 species of orchids in the region. There's probably twice that many butterflies. So it's not just a fish thing if people want to go. And what we do, we go up into what I term as the base of the foothills of the Andes, where we base for maybe 3 days, and we'll collect up in the high streams. But the first time we head up north and we look at some of the venues we're going to be collecting in, but people might never ever do it again. So we say, you want to see the Andes, so we just keep going.
That's so
And
cool.
we'll go up to like 10,000-11,000 feet. It's a bit thin on the air,
Yeah.
but you're rubbing shoulders with the alpacas, and you can see a lot of it amazed me because we got parts of the UK that have the dry stone walling, and there's just miles and miles of this almost identical type.
That's
Inca
incredible.
ruins.
And Inca ruins and alpaca. You're rubbing shoulders with alpaca.
So you can sell it to your spouse that you can see the biodiversity of the animals, the plants, a lot of history and architecture, and just the beauty of the region.
And if you've wanted to go to Machu Picchu and that's on your bucket list, we can arrange that for you too.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
fantastic.
The flight to get there actually lands a short stop to offload and pick up new people at Cusco.
Okay, so
That's
that's
it.
where you guys are located?
We are in the southeastern corner of Peru,
Porto
Okay.
Maldonado.
near the border of Bolivia and Brazil, and the flight to Puerto Maldonado stops in Cusco, which is a jumping off place to go to Machu Picchu.
Gotcha. So you do trips that are 7, 11, and 15, or 8, 11, and 15 days?
8,
Is that
11, and 15 days.
So
And-
we can tailor it to
And we can
people's
do-
needs, because sometimes I'm going next month, and it's a 2-week trip, which actually 16 days.
Pepper.
And I work it because, being English and being half Scottish, I make sure that the pennies balance up.
Exactly.
And a day either way can make the difference of £100 on a flight.
Exactly. What day you fly in or
And to
out.
stay down there, a client will stay down there next day might be $80. So.
So as far as what people should pack, really just like good shoes, changes of clothes.
The nylon pants, the zip-off pants that dry quickly. We use long sleeve white shirts.
Okay. So you can see if you're getting
I
nice.
often go to Goodwill and buy used ones, the
Oh,
button-up ones, and wear those. A good floppy hat with a wide brim,
Sunscreen,
Yeah.
and bring sunscreen, but you can buy it down there.
your camera.
Oh yeah, bring your camera.
I
Bring a waterproof camera so you can go snorkeling and take underwater pictures.
My cat assistants have ruined my manner. Thank you, Pepper.
Rubber boots is for me is a necessity.
We can
Rubber
buy,
boots?
if
You can
you're
buy them.
size 10 or lower, we can buy rubber boots down there, a pair for $8.
Yeah.
But if you got bigger feet, bring down a pair of rubber boots. Just leave it.
Yeah, everything else, you just make sure you see your local doctor.
What about like battery air pumps, or do you guys
No.
provide all that?
We've got an air pump down there.
Yeah,
We've got an oxygen tank.
yeah.
Excellent.
No need for a battery air pump.
You just make sure with your own doctor's surgery that you're covered for what's recommended.
Yellow fever shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make
yeah,
sure
so-
your tetanus is caught up. There's no need to worry about mosquitoes and malaria where we're at.
Okay.
If you don't,
I'm a bug magnet.
We use sangre de grado, which is the dragon vine sap to make it so the bites don't itch.
Interesting.
And it heals them very quickly too. I drink 10 drops a day of that.
So you guys do groups of 5 or
5,
so
6 people. Yeah.
What is the turnaround time? Like, if someone wanted to book a trip with some of their friends, how long does it take from start to finish to get the date booked?
As quick as I can book a flight.
As quick as they can book a flight that's reasonably priced.
When do you think is the very best time of year to go down there for things like epistogrammas, tetras, quarries?
End of June through mid-November.
Okay.
The wet season kicks up in December and goes through the end of May. And we're catching this 8-9-inch muimaquis,
The killifish.
the killifish, the annual killifish that just are amazing. There's some pictures on our website of that killifish, and it's beautiful. Catch lots of Aphiolibius also.
Do you guys have room next year for bookings?
Lots of booking availability.
Excellent.
There are several trips on the calendar, and some are filling up already. And if you get a group together of friends, and that's the best way to do it, send an email to me, Michael at GoWildPeru.com, if you're in the States, and we'll get you taken care of. I'll help you
They'll
with
answer
your flights,
all your
answer all
questions.
your questions.
Yeah.
So how many fish can an individual bring home from collecting? Like, is it limited to a box size? Is it limited to a quantity, like legally speaking?
The weight of your check bag is your limit.
If you want to bring home in your suitcase, it's 8 fish of any one species.
Okay.
Oh,
And
for
what?
the US.
Yeah, for the U.S. But if you want more, we have an import permit for the United States. We have an export permit for Peru, and I transship the fish through the Washington D.C. airports. But if you've got a group of 5 friends coming from San Francisco, our import permit, I can send the fish to San Francisco, send you the paperwork, and you just need to walk the paperwork through, and I'll give you all the details on how to walk the paperwork through. So they don't have to be transshipped across the country.
Europe and the UK is a little bit different because we get individual permits.
Per species?
No.
Oh,
No,
per person.
just per person.
Just a person. So my case was full last. I think I had 80 bags of fish.
80?
And I was
Wow,
I
big
was
pimpin'.
10 grams under my limit, 23 kilos.
Wow,
That was not a problem. Yeah.
that's fantastic.
As long
So-
as you're not got anything that's on our banned import list.
Right.
It's one of the best places in the world for Coriodoris. We're finding new species virtually every trip down there. Check out CoriodorisWorld.com to see
Yes, that's Ian's website.
the new species being listed. Amazing apistos. Last February, I caught a little baby stingray, and we're catching great tetras,
Pencilfish?
spirulina's, pencilfish. I've never met a pencilfish I can't resist. So it's
Something
amazing
like-
fish.
My first trip then, I went last November on my own and collected 23 species of loricavida.
I
Yeah,
wanna
we're
go.
catching new species of ancestris
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys said that you found some green and some yellow ancestris, right?
and reds.
Yeah.
It's exciting. You could be the first person to have a new species.
Yeah, we often say to people, we'd like to try a new area. There's no guarantee that we'll catch anything, but then again, we may see some brand new species. So we often head out and try
But either way,
waters that
you
haven't been
can have a
explored.
good time,
Yeah.
catch or not. It's that kind of an experience.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fantastic. And I said for maybe my 40th birthday, which is a couple years away, that I will try and get a group of friends together to come collecting with you guys.
Sign up now for July of 2018 to collect with Rachel O'Leary.
We'll see. Do you guys have any other like tips or tricks or closing thoughts that you'd like to provide?
Just reach out to us and we'll help you
Yeah.
have the dream of your life fulfilled.
Oh man,
That's good.
sounds like it to me.
Yep.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, thanks for watching. Make sure you stop by GoWildPeru.com and check out all the galleries that they have of the various trips and species available. And we will see you next time.
We've also got both Coriodoris World and Go Wild Peru
Oh, Coriodoris World.
Facebook pages.
Yep, .com, and Go Wild Peru is also on Facebook. And I'll put the links to all those places in the description below.